Considering that the parasitic mode of life ensures freelancing and meal, it is not surprising that parasitism has evolved in so many taxonomic groups from plants to higher vertebrates. Many parasites have evolved to be host specific. They can parasite only on a single species of host in such a way that both host and parasite tend to co-evolve. That is, if the host evolves special mechanisms for rejecting or resisting the parasite, the parasite has to evolve mechanism to counteract and neutralize them in order to be successful with the same host species. In accordance with the lifestyles, parasite evolve special adaptations such as loss of unnecessary sense organs, presence of adhesive organs or suckers to cling on the host, loss of digestive system, and high reproductive capacity. The life cycles of parasites are often complex, involving one or two intermediate hosts or vectors. To facilitate parasitization of its primary host, the human liver flug, a trematode parasite, depends on two intermediate hosts, a snail and a fish, to complete its life cycle. The malarial parasite needs a vector, that is mosquitoes, to spread to other hosts. Majority of the parasite harm the host. They may reduce the survival, growth, and reproduction of the host and reduce its population density. They might render the host more vulnerable to predation by making it physically weak. Do you believe that an ideal parasite should be able to thrive within the host without harming it? Then why didn't natural selection lead to the evolution of such totally harmless parasites? Parasites that feed on external surface of the host organism are called ectoparasites. The most familiar example of this group are the lice on humans and ticks on dogs. Many marine fish are infested with ectoparasite copepods. Cuscuta, a parasitic plant that is commonly found growing on hedge plant, has lots of chlorophyll and lives in the course of evolutions. It derives its nutrition from the host plants with its parasites. The female mosquito is not considered a parasite, although it needs earth blood for reproduction. In contrast, endoparasites are those that live inside the host body at different sites: liver, kidney, lungs, red blood cells, etc. The life cycles of endoparasites are more complex because of their extreme specialization. Their morphological and anatomical features are greatly simplified while emphasizing their reproductive potentials. Broad parasitism in birds is a fascinating example of parasitism in which the parasitic bird lays its egg in the nest of its host and lets the host incubate them. During the course of evolutions, the eggs of the parasitic bird have evolved to resemble the host egg in size and color to reduce the chances of the host bird detecting the foreign eggs and ejecting them from the nest. Try to follow the movements of the cuckoo, quail, and the crow in your neighborhood parks during the breeding season, spring to summer, and watch broad parasitism in action. Commensalism. This is the interactions in which one species benefits and the other is neither harmed nor benefited. An orchid growing as an epiphyte on a mango branch and barnacles growing on the back of the well benefit, while neither the mango tree nor the well derives any apparent benefit. The cattle equate and grazing cattle in close association, a sight you are most likely to catch if you live in farm rural areas, is a classic example of commensalism. The egrets always forage close to where the cattle are grazing because the cattle, as they move, stir off and flush out insects from the vegetation. that otherwise might be difficult for the egrets to find and catch. Another example of commensalism is the interactions between sea anemone that has stinging tentacles and the clownfish that lives among them. The fish gets protections from predators which stay away from the stinging tentacles. The anemone does not appear to derive any benefit by hosting the clownfish. Mutualism. This interaction confers benefit on both the interacting species. Lichens represents an intimate mutualistic relationships between fungus and the photosynthesizing algae or cyanobacteria. Similarly, the mycorrhiza are situated between fungi and the roots of higher plants. The fungi helps the plants in the absorption of essential nutrients from the soil, while the plants in turn provides fungi with energy-yielding carbohydrates. The most spectacular and evolutionary fascinating example of mutualism are found in plant-animal relationship. Plants need the help of animals for pollinating their flowers and dispersing their seeds. Animals obviously have to pay fees for the services that the plant expects from them. Plants offer rewards or fish in the form of pollen and nectar for pollination and juicy and nutritious fruits for seed dispersers, but the mutually beneficial system should also be safeguarded against cheaters. For example, animals that try to steal nectar without aiding in pollinations. Now you can see why plant-animal interaction often involve co-ovulations of the mutualists. That is, the evolution of the flowers and its pollinator species are tightly linked with one another. In many species of fig trees, there's a tight one-to-one relations with the pollinator species of works. It means that a given fig species can be pollinated only by its partner works species and no other species. The female works uses the fruit not only as an oviposition egg-laying still but uses the developing seeds within the fruit for nourishing its larva. The works pollinates the fig inflorescence while searching for suitable egg-laying sites. In return for the favored pollination, the fig offers the works some of its developing seeds as food for the developing works larva. Orchids show bewildering diversity of floral patterns, many of which have evolved to attract the right pollinator insect, bees and bumblebees, and ensures guaranteed pollinations by it. Not all orchids often rewards. The Mediterranean orchids offers employ sexual deceit to get pollination done by a species of bee. One petal of its flower bears an uncanny resemblance to the female of the bee in size, colors, and marking. The male bee is attracted to what it perceives as a female, pseudo copulates with the flower, and during that process is dusted with pollen from the flower. When the same bee pseudocopulates with another flower, it transfers pollens of it and thus pollinates the flower. Here you can see how copulation operates if the female bee colors pattern change even slightly for any reason during ovulations. Pollination success will be reduced unless the orchid flowers co-evolves to maintain the resemblance of its petals to the female bee.